All right, hi guys. We're going to go ahead and get started. It is 7:30 on the dot Central Time, 8:30 Eastern. I love to respect your guys' time, so I don't want to keep you guys waiting. We had a lot of people stick around from right after doing the product overview, so I love it. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Right after this at 8, let's see, what time is it? 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. I'm going to be going into a deeper dive on why our full spectrum hemp oil really stands out aside from any others that are on market. So beyond that though, let's go ahead and do a deep dive into what even Q Sciences is. I love the fact that I have been aligned with this company for almost a year and a half now, and there's still only ever been 3 people who have ever said, I think I've heard of that company before. I think I've tried the products before. And I have done hundreds, I've talked to hundreds and hundreds of individuals, so it's such an exciting time. But what led me to Q Sciences? I was not looking for something. In fact, I had never even heard of Q Sciences a year and a half ago, but I was dealing with a lot of postpartum anxiousness and depression, and I was looking for something to really just help me get through the day, in all honesty. I have an adorable 6-year-old that you see there, Kaden. My wonderful daughter, Kenzie, she is 3. She's my firecracker. She's gonna like rule the world someday, I tell people. But it was after I gave birth to her that I was suffering, in all honesty. At the end of the day, I would look into the mirror and I was just like, I'm just not the same person. I'm not that mom that I used to be. I would get upset over the littlest things that I'm like, they're just kids. I shouldn't be getting upset. I tried diet and exercise and deep breathing and all of those things until at that night, I very vividly remember it thinking I probably should just call my friend. She's one of my family practice physicians, and it happened to be that one of my dear friends also posted about a full spectrum hemp oil that same night on social media, on Facebook. We all know how powerful social media is. And I reached out to her to get more information. I was like, tell me more about this. I knew that it was working for her and her mom, and I thought, well, why not me? Why can't it work for me either? So I gave it a shot. With the first use, I felt like a sense of calming. After a week of consistent use, I felt like I was actually getting my life back again, that I could deal with those situations. And if you guys are moms on here, juggle those 10,000 balls, that I know exactly what you know I'm talking about, and they weren't all just dropping at the same time. However, nobody knew at that moment that we were actually struggling financially, and neither did my friend, until she was like, hey, Amanda, I think you really need to look at this business plan too. You got to see what they're doing over here. We were partners, we call them sideline partners, in a previous endeavor. We were doing great over there. We were spinning the hamster wheel, however. We were not getting to where we needed to be, and she knew that, and I knew that about her business too. And I knew that if I wanted to truly create something for my family, there was no way I could do it there, that I needed to pivot into something that I saw and knew was going to be that right path for my family. So what is Q Sciences? It's actually short for Quintessential Biosciences. We are a top natural supplement and full spectrum hemp company, and started actually in 2012 in physician and chiropractic offices on the East Coast, and sold so quickly in those different retail spaces that in 2018 we decided to go more so, like completely revamp, going more so of the e-commerce sector route. Since then, we've grown well over 700%. We are expected to actually quadruple growth just this year. In fact, the next 3 years are already planned and mapped out, and we're projected to have an additional 1,000% growth and be $1 billion company. How cool would that be for you to be able to ride that wave and create $1 billion company? Not very many people, if hardly anybody, can really say that you are part of that making. Now, we're already in 20 countries. We actually just opened up Mexico. In fact, we're opening up more parts of that, including Colombia. We're opening up Southeast Asia, such as Malaysia, Taiwan, and others here in just a couple weeks' time, with a projection of 60 countries by the end of 2023. It's because of these 2 phenomenal individuals that you see here of why we are spearheading this industry and growing extremely fast. Now, Mr. Mark Wilson, I actually had the pleasure of being with both of them this past weekend, actually, at our corporate lodge. Up in the Utah mountains. Is gorgeous. It was amazing to be around all of the top leaders and really just have our corporate staff pour into us. Now, Mr. Mark Wilson, his background though, he's actually a 2-time Super Bowl champion quarterback. So he knows what it takes to win and allow a company to truly thrive. But he is truly one of the most humble gentlemen, individuals in general that I've ever met. He truly cares about each person. In fact, we were sitting there on the couch and he wanted to know about my family. He now knows my husband's name and my kiddo's name, and what I want out of Q. Like, you don't find that anywhere, nor can you sit with the CEO of a company and just talk about life. Now, Jake Spencer was specifically sought out and brought here to Q Sciences to completely revamp us before we went that e-commerce route in 2018. He has extensive background in this industry and has built multi-million-dollar businesses with his wife prior to coming to Q. He knows exactly what this company needs in order to thrive. And once he came on board, that's why we see that fast-paced success. But beyond that, I've had the honor of actually being trained and mentored from him. I have no business being in business. I'm a nurse. Okay, I have no business. I didn't go through business classes or marketing classes or anything. I've learned everything that I need to know for the incredible leaders here, as well as Mr. Jake Spencer. Now, what do we have here to help support your business? We have an entire suite of products, right now 50, with a projection of doubling this in the next 1 to 2 years. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot in depth of this because I just did a complete product overview right prior to this. But what I will say is that we have clinically research-backed products. We have products that start at 1 year old and go up for males, females, something for mental health, for energy and sleep and immunity and fitness. We have an entire fitness side. So to kind of touch base briefly on this is our top selling product pack. I love the fact that it focuses on your mental health, inflammation, and gut health all in one. It's going to provide that optimal health for you. And the Q Max is what started Q Sciences. I love that it has 34 published clinical studies to back it and incredible testimonials. This is one that you need to reach out to the individual who invited you and say, tell me more about Q Max and those biotics, just Q Core in general, because you would be blown away by what they will tell you about it. The kids line, we just came out with the kids line a couple months ago. I'm really excited to see how it continues to expand and develop this year alone. It has a powdered form, fruit punch, or grape flavored, so it's super easy to mix into either like whatever honestly you want to mix it into. I have people who utilize it for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, for like in Gatorade, or I mean literally anything, water, whatever you want to mix it in. So we're really focusing on our kiddos' mental health, gut health, as well as immunity, all in one product. Super convenient. Here's the fitness and weight management side. What I will say I love that you don't see here is that we actually have a fitness app. I love the fact that I can go onto my phone and I can track my macros, I can track my water, I can track my workouts, I can get different meal plans and recipe plans and grocery plans, like have everything is right there at my fingertips. It's super convenient. But of course we have products to help support you. That increases your metabolism, that provides that energy, the clean energy throughout the day without the spike, crash, and jitters. And of course, we have protein shakes and some other incredible products coming very, very soon to this line. Now, beyond that, we also have oral sprays. You just simply spray it underneath of your tongue for energy, for immunity, to curb the appetite, for pain relief or discomfort, as well as to help you sleep. I don't know about you, but the sleep spray is the top seller out of all of this, and it allows your brain and body to actually shut off to rest and recover. Now, our full spectrum hemp side, again, I'm not going to go into too much detail for this, because if you want to really know what sets our full spectrum hemp aside, you're going to want to stay on after this, because at 8 o'clock Central is when I'm going into deeper dive of our hemp. But what I will tell you is that Q Sciences currently has the highest quality and most innovative hemp product, oil, and technology on market worldwide. We currently have 4 flavors of under the tongue drops. The cinnamon is my favorite. We have a product that we've added silver into it. If you haven't looked into the antibacterial, antimicrobial properties of silver, I highly suggest it. We have a couple lotions, some roller balls with essential oils infused, of course, something for our pets as well as sleeping. My new favorite is the twist that you see there. They're actually individualized CBD waters that come in a powdered form. They taste amazing, that focus on hydration, stress and calming, as well as curbing appetite. Now let's talk numbers. I don't know about you guys, but I am very much numbers driven. I'm very much entrepreneurial and have that business mindset. So when my friend Jen reached out to me, I was like, I can't pass this up. The hemp industry alone is projected to grow $1 trillion just this decade. I very much relate it to the Apple market, just because I always have my iPhone next to me. Who doesn't? And think about, had I invested in Apple back in the day, what my bank account would even look like today. That's exactly what you have at your fingertips with not only the hemp industry, but with Q Sciences. I already told you the projection of where this company is going at the very beginning of this. In fact, our European friends are going to see a 400% increase by the end of 2023. It's really a phenomenal market to get into. And with Q, if we just capitalize on 1% of each of our markets in terms of sleep, fitness, hemp, and so many other things, we will easily be a $4 billion company. Now, there's a couple ways that somebody might be able to align with Q. Obviously, the individual who invited you tonight will get back to you right after this presentation to see what path really sounds like you. But to give you a little bit more overview on what that looks like, we have a business side, which I'll touch on, but we also have a phenomenal preferred customer side. For $10 for the entire year, my customers actually get to lock in the same wholesale pricing that I get of up to 25% off. Beyond that, Q Sciences rewards my customers for staying on products. They give them points that they can cash in towards free products the longer that they're on their products. I love that because as a business standpoint, it allows for that increase in residual income month after month. Now on the business side, the advantages to this are honestly endless, but it's nearly at $39 for the entire year. When I first heard that, I kind of chuckled. I was like, that's it? Like it's $39 for the whole year? You have your own website, your own link. I don't have to carry inventory. I don't deal with shipping or all the warehouse issues. I don't have to deal with any of that. Q Sciences does all of that for me. All that I do is I have individuals go to my specific link, they purchase product, or they decide that they want to create an income here too. They check out on my link, and Q Sciences knows exactly who that individual is connected to. Now, beyond that too, there's incredible tax benefits with owning your own business. And we also have a debt relief program here that I'll talk about going forward, if it'll let me go forward. Now, one of the things that I love here, I knew when I looked over here that I needed a system that was already sound, that whether somebody had experience in this industry or not, I could take them and I could help them and plug them into the system, and anybody can be successful by being coachable and consistent and committed to this system and really just Q Sciences and themselves. Now here, you never have to be the expert into your own network. What I mean by that is that you shouldn't have to feel like you need to know everything about the products. I've been doing this for a year and a half. Trust me that I've done this multiple times, but I still don't know it all. And what I love is that I actually have an app on my phone that I can go to. If somebody asks me a question about ingredients or more so about a product, I say, hang on one second, let me go into my app. I pull up the PDF or a video related to that specific product, and I can answer that question, or I can just send it to them. It's super easy and convenient. You have all of the tools at your fingertips that you need. But let's say you're talking to one of your friends, and Susie wants to know a little bit more about the business. You're like, you know who we need to talk to is my friend Amanda. She's been doing this a little bit longer. Would it be okay if I connected the two of us? We add into a quick chat, we get on a call or a Zoom such as this. You get to sit back while myself or one of the other leaders who welcomes you into this company provides the information for you. Again, you don't have to be the expert. In fact, we can sit back and we can create a 90-day roadmap because of this compensation plan that you see right here. What I want to point out first and foremost is that it is one page. It is not 2, 3, 5, 9. You don't have to figure out like, well, if there's an average, then how much am I really going to get paid so I know what bills I can actually afford and pay next month. You get paid 4 ways. First and foremost, you're paid on your customer sales and commission. Currently, it's up to 35%. Beyond that, we are a volume-based compensation plan. What that means is that whatever your volume is at the end of the month between your organization that you guys have created, you know exactly how much money you're going to get paid. Again, there's no averages. We don't have levels or percentages or where the fancy print of, well, once you have helped 5 people, then actually you're cut off, and we don't have any of that here. So if you look at this first big blue line, this is your volume. Whatever your volume is in this big blue line, you just simply follow it over, and that's exactly how much you're going to get paid. I mentioned that I have been here for a year and a half now. In 13 months' time, I was able to hit this gold position, have 50,000 in volume, which is really just only about 500 orders. And then you follow it straight over. You see here exactly how much I make every single month as a salary. But I've also unlocked all of these bonuses, which is really cool because this commission right here is plenty. And then look at how much these bonuses go up. What I love most that Q has put into place is these first 3 bonus levels. They are paid back to you on a weekly basis because we want to make sure we get money back into our newest person's hands as fast as possible. So you see, in your first full month, you can create a $500 bonus. But here's what's cool. Anybody who joins right now and hits these 15 orders by the end of Friday night actually gets double this. So you're looking at a $1,000 bonus by the end of Friday night, plus an additional $250 and whatever you've created on the customer side. But one of my favorite parts about this compensation plan is called the Financial Freedom Movement. Here at Q, we very much focus on getting your financial house in order and setting you up for success. We don't have a car program or fancy shiny things because we know that 50% of car programs actually get repoed. Beyond that, we want to make sure that your family is getting set up for success now, but also in the future. So you're provided a free financial coach at your fingertips, no matter if you're making a dime or not. Beyond that, as that volume in your organization builds, now Q is going to provide for you up to an additional $400 that you can allocate towards a debt, investment, retirement plan of your choice. We actually came into Q with some credit card debt. We were able to completely clear that because of the help of the financial services here, but also because of this incredible compensation plan. So now we have $400 that's just going towards our kiddos' college fund. It's out of sight, out of mind. I don't even have to worry about it. And the rest of this is income for my family and I. Now, obviously, as it says here, the future is totally in your hands. First and foremost, I know that myself and the individual who invited you very much appreciates you taking a little bit of time out of your night just to kind of see what Q Sciences is all about. I like to say that there's 3 different categories of individuals who are here tonight. The first is you were here to support your friend or acquaintance, somebody that you knew, but maybe you just didn't see something tonight. That's okay. We appreciate your time. And we are very much a referral-based business. So if you thought about somebody throughout this who could either focus on like the product side or the financial health side, make sure to get back with that person who invited you. Or the second individual is somebody where you're like, you know what, those products look amazing. They're clinically researched, they're back, there's something here for literally like 99.9% of people. The individual who invited you can certainly provide a one-on-one consultation with you to make sure that we get the best products in your hands. Or 3, you are business driven and you're entrepreneurial just like me. Maybe if you've never done a business like this. That's why we have a system and a simple system and support in place already to help show you how we can help you hit your specific goals. You already heard the numbers here. You see where Q Sciences is going. So I promise you, you're going to hear from somebody else down the road. So why not now instead of waiting, 6 months, a year, 2 years down the road? Make sure that you let the person know, hey, you know what? I think I see the vision here just like Amanda did, just like you did, and I want to jump on board too. I am happy to have a one-on-one conversation and business consult with any single person who is on here tonight. I love doing that. I am very much an open book, and we can look at a lot of different things that's going to be best for yourself and your family should you have one. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I am going to keep this room open just like I did before after the product one, and let's see what time it is. In about another 10 minutes at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, we will do a deeper dive into our hemp side. That'll probably only be about 10 to 15 minutes, so not too long, but I appreciate you guys jumping on tonight, and we'll talk to you soon.